जी, आज डॉन की ये न्यूज़ मैंने पिक की आप लोगों के लिए, जिसकी हेडलाइन थी डेडलॉक ओवर चीफ सेक्रेटरी पोस्टिंग एक्सपोजेस सेंट्रल पंजाब रैंगलिंग। फिर मैंने एक्सप्रेस ट्रिब्यून निकाला और उसमें मुझे न्यूयॉर्क टाइम्स में ये न्यूज़ मुझे बहुत पसंद आई। अ ईयर अंडर द तालिबान, अ ईयर अंडर तालिबान। अच्छा जी, अब इसमें द न्यूज़ इज़ अबाउट a woman. She was at that time a girl of just 5 when the Taliban took over Afghanistan the first time, and her parents did not hesitate with the militants bent on imposing a puritanical form of Islam. The, the family fled. Fine. But when the Taliban returned to power in the late summer 2021, Nilab, now a 30-year-old mother of two, did hesitate. ठीक है, उस टाइम पे फैमिली डिड नॉट हेजिटेट एंड दे रैन अवे, बट दिस टाइम द वुमन मदर वॉज हेजिटेट. ओके, प्यूरिटैनिकल फॉर्म, ये वर्ड मैंने आई जस्ट रेड इट फर्स्ट टाइम. The new government was quick with assurances that this time would be different, that the Taliban of the 2020s were not the Taliban of the 1990s, and that there would be no brutal campaign of repression against the women of Afghanistan. Maybe they were telling the truth. Nilab thought, she hoped so. She had returned to her homeland as a teenager after a decade in exile. A decade. The brutal and decade, these words could be, difficult or new for the beginners. But then the militants ended education for girls after the sixth grade. Nilab's 13-year-old daughter Arive cried every morning as she watched her younger sister Rahil to get ready for school. So Nilab took Rahil out of school as well. She could figure out the solution later on. Figure out one afternoon in early August, surrounded by family members, Nilab stood in front of the mirror and slipped into an abaya. Slipped into? Okay. And she and her daughters, three suitcases and two dolls in tow, would be boarding a plane and leaving Afghanistan this time, she said, for good. In the room next door, Nilab's mother fell to the ground and sobbed. Nilab ran to console her. They would meet. Okay. Then I found the words meanings. Deadlock. A situation, typically one involving opposing party, in which no progress can be made. It's like that impasse or difficult situation, or I'll tell you the meanings later on. Then the next word was wrangling, and yes, deadlock. तातुल, जब आप चीज़ों को prolong कर देते हैं and you cannot find the solution, you can't figure out the solution. The result of the trial was another deadlock. After putting all his efforts, Minister could not end the deadlock. The next word in Dawn News was wrangling, which means jhagda. Recent political wrangling over power, you can see. Nowadays, the school children were wrangling at airport or playground. Just sentences to make you understand the meaning. Puritanical is, the meaning is kattar firqa, extremist from any religion. Yes. So first word is puritanical. Hesitate, to be reluctant. Brutal, cruel. Homeland, native land. Motherland, decade, a period of 10 years. And two dolls in tow. यहाँ पे था कि साथ साथ इन टो, एक्चुअली इट्स अ फ्रेज, साथ साथ होना या पीछे साथ लेके जाना. और sobbed, cried loudly.